Link, for you coming off, 16 catches, a program record, I'm sure, as you said after the game, well, as we kind of heard you say after the game, you take the win with 0 catches. But how do you kind of feel like maybe it's a reconfirmation that you're healthy, you're back, you're ready to kind of get going on the rest of the season as you go into your last few games as a Coug?
Yeah, it's just a testament to, the training staff and guys, Coach Edwards and all this, coaching staff getting me back to where I need to be and able to play at a high level. Didn't realize I had that many catches in the game, was really just focused on doing my job to the best of my ability, and luckily enough, the ball kept finding my way. But it's good to gain that confidence, obviously being out for 2.5, 3 weeks, getting the ball in my hand, just picking up right where I left off.
The guy whose record you broke, he got drafted. Just putting that out there.
It's very exciting.
For you guys, it seemed like there was a lot of discourse around that teams were rushing 3 and dropping 8 against you. In the couple weeks you were out, Oregon didn't do that. They rushed 3 only 6 times, rushed 4 42 times. What do you maybe think was kind of causing the issues in those UCLA and Arizona games? What did you maybe see from the sideline, or even when you were in there a little bit against Arizona?
I think we had less experience up front. Obviously, we weren't running the ball as much during those course of the week. Obviously, there wasn't that much of a threat in the slot. We had young guys in there with Carlos. So as a defensive coordinator, you're going to drop 8 and rush 3 if there's no run game, and hope the defense can play umbrella coverage and keep everything in front of them. But that's football. You're going to see so many different looks, various amount of fronts, various amount of coverages, and you just got to be able to adjust on the fly and come to the sideline with solutions. And unfortunately, we weren't finding solutions fast enough during those times. But I feel like we've done a great job of responding to that and picking up right where we left off, and not only getting to the sideline and making sure we're seeing the same stuff, but other than that, defense are going to try to throw everything at us, and we just got to be prepared for not only the basic stuff but the exotics as well.
I know he doesn't play your position, but Brock Dew, Jake called him a bulldog after the game on Saturday, and we've seen him now move into a starting role. What have you kind of seen from him since you've been here? I think you guys arrived the same year and have kind of both worked your way up into your current roles. What have you maybe seen from his side of his development?
Yeah, Brock's a great guy, man, on and off the field. He's always working his tail off. Not only that, he's always has positive energy, and that goes a long way. His mindset, he always approaches things with the right mindset. So I just know once he got his opportunity, he was going to shine with it. But shout out to Brock Dew, man. This guy has been working his tail off ever since he's been here. Been behind a lot of great leaders and a lot of good players in front of him, and just been picking up and learning from every single guy that's been in front of him. And it's just happy to see a guy like that and the fruition of his work come true. And it's just the beginning for Brock.
When we talked to Coach Dicker yesterday, he said that at some point last year they challenged you, saying that leadership is not always results based. Was that like a conversation, or kind of what was that all about for you?
Yeah, many conversations. At that time, the year before that and last year, I was young player, coming off of a lot of success early on in my career and having to deal with not as much playing time. And everyone has a process. And once I had that C on my chest, it wasn't production based. It was really, how can I lead without the ball in my hands? And not only that, do I take that with a grain of salt, back then, it's carried me so much further to now. I'm able to see the game a lot differently, able to pick up my peers, pick up my teammates when they're going through a tough time. Those conversations you remember because they make you a better man. And at that time as a boy, you don't see that. And luckily enough, he was able to sit me down and have those conversations with me, and I was able to grow as a mature competitor and a mature leader. And it was tough. Having that captain's C on your chest and not playing as much is definitely a hard thing to deal with. But luckily enough, Coach Dicker knew how to approach that and knew I was going to grow up one day and be able to be in the position I am today.
When you came here, you did that without a scholarship. What made you want to do that, and kind of what made you feel like that was the right move at that time?
Well, I played some of the best talent and the best teams in the Mountain West. We went 2-3 against Pac-12 schools my first year as a freshman. So I really felt it was a disservice for me to go down a level, not only for me as a player, but I really just have always wanted to challenge myself and to add to my story. And without that, there would be no story. So really, without a challenge, like I said, there's complacency that creeps in with that. Didn't want things handed to me. I always want to earn things. And it was, the best decision for me. As I look back at it now, I wouldn't change it for the world, just because it's always great to challenge yourself and to put yourself in uncomfortable environments, uncomfortable situations, see yourself thrive through it.
I know the other day you said that you didn't realize that you had 16 receptions until after the game, but at any point during the game, does it enter your mind like, hey, like I'm kind of having a lot of catches here?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, man. You just start finding, the ball just consecutively touching your hands, and you're getting first down after first down after first down. But that's my job as a receiver, is to catch the ball, get open, make sure I'm in the right spot at the right time, and luckily enough, as a receiver, the ball, you hope the ball finds you. As a receiver, it's tough. You don't really get to dictate where the ball goes, and that can become frustrating at time. But when you start getting a feel in that and you get in that groove, man, once you catch one, there's two, there's three, there's four. Same thing with tackles or on the other side of the field too. So I guess just getting back into that groove and being calm and poised under pressure, and making sure Cam has an option to throw to.
Lincoln, Wazoo's had a lot of guys that are like the go-to receivers or something like that. Do you like being that guy that, is looking forward, every time I want to catch the ball?
Yeah, I love that pressure. It brings out the best in me. Not only that, it allows me to be at my best every single snap. If I have a drop ball or whatever it may be, have a bad play or have a good play, I have to snap back into it right away, knowing that a ball could find me at any given time. So I love it. I love being the number one read or whatever it may be, but we have valuable options as well. It's not just me, but I love having that pressure on my shoulders and, being able to be Cam's option. And it's just a great feeling knowing that you have that trust and that bond and a connection between you and the quarterback. And, it's just amazing when that ball gets in your hands and what I can do with it.
You got a few long sleeves on. It's a little bit colder today. How hard is it to practice in a 35-degree weather for an 85-degree game?
Luckily we got saunas here, and the nutritionists do a great job of making sure we're eating the right stuff and doing the right things. Told us to get in the sauna just to prepare our lungs or whatever it may be, acclimate our bodies. But it's definitely tough. But I think that we bring that edge into this game, knowing that things aren't going to be sunny and bright. We're gonna have to work through and bring that hard edge to this game. But honestly, this is part of us, man. We ain't got no bubble. We ain't got no indoor stuff. So, like I said, if you can add to the story and make something greater, that's what it's all about. And so doing the hard things now is going to make it easy on Sunday or Saturday, sorry.
What perspective did you gain from being on the sideline for a few weeks?
Man, that's a great question. I was able to see things, a lot more than what I am doing in practice. So, like, being able to go around to other position groups, going to the edges, seeing how they get work done, going to the D-line, seeing what they're going throughout the course of practice, and really talking to guys who, may seem down at some points when negative things happen, and being able to capitalize on that. So really just a holistic approach, and not only that, just having a greater appreciation for not only this game, but the life that has chose me, and being able to be grateful for not only this sport, but to strap up the pad still. There's so many guys that wish they could be in these shoes, and you can't take that for granted, and you got to take that opportunity, and whichever opportunity, and take advantage of it.
Obviously, one of the goals of this team is to get an extra game at the end of the year. What gives you confidence that even during this kind of time of adversity that could still be a possibility?
Yeah, adversity brings out the best of us. And, luckily there's some great leadership on this team that have been through not only worse, but been through similar situations like this. And we always seem to find a way. But I have no doubt that, we'll find ourselves in a bowl game. It's really on us, and that's the way we love it, is making sure that we're doing everything that we can to make sure we earn that last game. And really, RJ said it best today, man. It's what do we want? It's on us this week, the next couple weeks, and we really can turn the season into what we want it to be. And guys got to show up every single day with the attitude to win, and you got to be obsessed with winning and everything that comes into account for that. Whether it be going to school, picking up the trash in the locker room, every little detail matters. The little things are what's going to win you these games, especially in championship November. Mahalo, appreciate it, guys. Take care.